What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I am doing a video, obviously, because you're here and there's a video. But really, I'm doing a video that I promised you guys a really long time ago and I finally have it. Yay! So a while ago I did a video about water-based nail polish. I did a review of this brand and just talked about like what water-based nail polish is, and a lot of you guys wanted to know if it could be used for nail art, and now I am doing that video. So I'm testing out water-based nail polish for nail art. If you haven't already watched the original video, I will link it up in the cards. I highly suggest watching that first, just because I go over in detail what water-based nail polish is and why it's different from regular nail polish. One of the huge things about it is that it does peel off instead of being removed with nail polish remover. So that's kind of one of the crazy features about it, but there's a ton of other reasons why it's just crazy. So highly recommend watching that first. It's kind of like a prequel to this video, but if you have already watched it, then hey, you're in the right place. Like I said, today we're gonna be doing some nail art. So I'm testing out 4 different nail art looks and I'm gonna let you guys know what works, what didn't, etc. The brand that I'm using today is the same brand that I used in my last water-based nail polish video, and that brand is called Little Undine. It's really cool. They have a ton of different awesome colors. Actually, right now they have a limited release of these multi-chrome colors, and I just want to show you guys how gorgeous they are. Like, my camera does not do these justice. They're crazy multi-chrome. So basically the way they work is you can look at them head on and they're one color, but then like the edges are a different color, and unfortunately the way my lighting is set up, you can only see like one variation of that color, but in this one you could see just some crazy blues and purples on the edges, and then this color Nebula, it's bright green, almost yellowish when you look at it, but from other angles it's got this just crazy blue to it. And you guys know that I'm a sucker for anything that is named after the galaxy, so obviously I love this collection. This next one, Cat's Eye, I actually wore it in my cheap makeup haul video, and I want to say literally like every other comment was somebody asking me what color this was. If you want to see like the full spectrum of how this looks, definitely check out that video. I will put it up in the cards, but point is, it's amazing. Definitely a gorgeous selection of colors, and they actually gave me a discount code for you guys. If you use KL15 at checkout, then you get 15% off your order. I'll write that in the description, as well as just a link to the shop and all of the colors that I'm using in this video. Let's jump into it, but first I just want to say for this video I'm going to be using their base and top coat, which is just one polish that is both a base and a top coat. Basically what it does is the base coat helps adhere the polish to your nail. It works as a top coat as well to just smooth everything out and make it last longer than if you didn't use top coat. So yeah, I guess let's just jump right into it, right? Roll footage. Alright, so the first design that I'm going to try out is some flowers. This is like my go-to design. I feel like it's so easy. You just need a dotting tool or you can make your own. I got a whole video about that, but I am going to use Little Undine Aqua, which is one of their newer colors, and it's gorgeous. Little Undine Lilac, and Little Undine Midsummer. So of course I'm going to start off with their secret base top coat as my base coat, and then I'm going to let that dry fully. It dries super quick. That's another thing about this brand. It dries insanely quick. I talked about that in my last video as well. But anyway, I am going to just throw on a couple of coats of that blue color as my base color. So just FYI, when you shake up these bottles, they do get a little bit bubbly, so I wouldn't recommend doing that, but I did shake these bottles, so that's why you see a little bit of bubbling, but that's totally user error. So once that's dry, I'm going to take that lilac color, and I am going to use my dotting tool. I'm just going to put a little bit on a piece of scrap paper, and then I am going to dot on my flowers. And the way I do it is I'll just do one center dot, and then I'll do 5 surrounding dots, and that is how you create the flower. Then I'm going to do the same thing with that lime green color. I'm just going to put a little bit on my scrap paper. I'm going to take my dotting tool again, and then I am just going to put that dot in the center of my flowers, and that's going to be like the middle of the flower. And I love these colors together. Oh my gosh, I felt like it was such a hard decision which of the colors should be the flower, which of the colors should be the background, and which should be the center of the flower, because any combination of these 3 colors looked so pretty, but this is what I ended up with. And then of course I'm going to just finish off with that secret top coat again, and that is what gives it that super glossy shine, and it makes it last a lot longer. So overall, dotting tools work perfectly for this, and it's really cool because you don't even have to wipe off your dotting tool with acetone. You can just peel it off once it's dry. And now I'm just going to show you guys, I'm doing this for all of them, just how easy it is to actually peel off that manicure once you are done with it. And oh, it's pretty satisfying. I'm not gonna lie, pretty satisfying to peel them off because your nail underneath is just so clean, it's crazy. I feel like when I use just a regular peel off base coat, sometimes you just get like little bits around the edges of your nail and you still have to wipe it off with acetone anyway. But this is just, it's very satisfying. Alright, the next design that we're going to try is the glitter gradient, and this is just another super easy, super classic design that you can do. So I'm going to use Red Wine, Twilight, great name, and Golden Rain, which is like a hollow glittery gold, which is awesome. So again, starting off with that secret base and top coat as a base coat for my nails, and then once that is dry, which is super quickly, I'm going to go in with a couple of coats of that dark red color. And oof, this has got to be one of my favorite colors out of all of the little Undine shades because it's just like the perfect vampy red. You guys know how much I love those vampy colors, and fall is like my favorite time of year, and this color is just made for fall. You know what I mean? It just looks like it's made for fall. Anyway, I'm going to take a sponge and I'm going to take that color Twilight, which is just a little bit more concentrated of a champagne glitter color, and I'm going to lightly sponge that onto my nail. And I noticed that with this, it was a little bit wetter to apply than it would if it were a regular polish, but still it seemed to apply really nicely. It surprisingly didn't peel up anything that I already had on my nail. So now I'm just going to take the other side of the sponge and I'm going to take that more sparse gold glitter and I'm going to sponge that onto the bottom of my nail, and I'm going to slowly work my way up. Again, like I said, the sponge didn't absorb as much of the base color as it would if it were a regular and not water-based nail polish, but I still thought that it ended up working really well, and it was nice because you had the opportunity to sort of move the glitters around because they were still a little bit wet, if that makes sense. So yeah, just finishing off with that secret base and top coat again, and that really makes such a difference. Look at that gradient, I love it. Kind of looks like something you would wear in the fall, right guys? Is anybody else excited for fall, or is it just me? I think it's just me. Okay. Anyway, gonna show you guys again really quickly how it peels off, which is just so nice, especially for a glitter polish like this. I feel like any glitter polish is really a nightmare to take off. I do have a couple of tricks for easy ways to take off glitter nail polish, which I will post in the cards, but just the fact that you could just peel it off with literally no effort is so nice. So, love it. Alright, third design is going to be using tape or striping tape. I figured both of them are basically the same amount of tackiness. So I'm going to use the color Smoky Mountain, and then I'm using Love Letter, which is a really bright orange. Again, just starting off with my clean natural nail and applying that base coat. And then once that is dry, I'm going to go in with a couple of coats of the gray nail polish. So one thing I love about Little Undine is that in addition to all the beautiful colors they also have these really nice basics. Like they have a nice gray, they have a nice white, and that's perfect for if you want to do nail art. So really glad that the nail art is working out so far. Anyway, I'm going to top that off with a quick coat of that base and top coat. And then I'm going to take my striping tape, I'm going to cut off a nice little piece, and then I am going to paint on that orange color. Gotta be honest, not thrilled with this color combination. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was just trying to be like a little cool and sporty looking, but just personally not a huge fan of these two colors together. I wish I had picked two others. That being said, it was really nice how it worked. It worked really nicely, and it's super easy to just wipe off anything that you get on your skin because it is a peel off nail polish, so you can just peel it off. And surprisingly, it didn't pull up any of the actual polish when I peeled off the tape, which is something that I was really surprised about. I figured it would just start to peel off because it is a peel off nail polish, you know what I mean? Finishing off with my top coat here, and then that's it for the design. And it worked really well. It looks pretty good, despite the colors, which I'm not hugely in love with. But any other color combo would work perfectly, you know what I mean? Alright, let's peel this off. I think one other thing that I'd like to mention is that this polish peels off so easy, but it actually peels off even easier than what I'm showing you, because what I'm showing you is when the nail polish has only been dry for like less than a half hour, but once it's been on for a couple of days, it peels off so smoothly. It's amazing. Anyway, last but not least, I want to do a full-blown gradient. I want to see if this works, so let's give it a try. So I'm going to use white, Nirvana, and Lilac. So once more, we're starting off with our clean natural nail and applying that base coat, and then I am going to use the peel off white nail polish as a base for this gradient. So that's something that I do with all of my really colorful gradients. I use it as a base, and then once that is dry, that's when I go in with my gradient. So I'm going to take a sponge and I'm going to take that lilac color and I'm going to paint that over the top. And then I'm trying to do really, really thick coats of it because it dries so fast that I just want the polish to last long enough on the sponge that I can actually sponge it onto my nail. And then I am doing an overlapping layer of that blue nail polish as well. And I'm just gonna start sponging that onto my nail. I don't need liquid latex because this stuff is gonna peel off of your skin. When it dries, it's basically liquid latex in nail polish form. So don't have to worry about that. I'm just gonna keep on sponging it on until I'm satisfied. Took a few coats, but like I said, it's because the polish dries so quickly on the sponge, so you want to work super fast. And here you can see what it's like to peel off the polish from your skin. And you can see it was actually still a little bit stuck to the rest of my nail, so it was kind of a struggle to peel off just because I didn't start to peel it before it dried. I let it dry completely before I did that, which was my own mistake. I should have waited, and that is why we have those sort of ridged edges there. So once more, I'm going to finish off with that top coat, and that is going to considerably smooth out the design and make it look nice and seamless. But again, not thrilled with how the cuticle area looks, but I think it's just because I waited way too long before I peeled off the excess around my skin. I think it would have worked a lot better if I had just started to pull that away as soon as I did each layer specifically, rather than waiting for it to dry. So yeah, let's peel these babies off. So satisfying. Oh, feels great to peel this off. I feel like one struggle that I have with this nail polish is I love wearing these because they're so easy to apply. They're honestly a lot easier, in my opinion, than regular nail polishes just because they go so quickly and they never stain your nails or anything like that. But man, I always want to peel them off. It's just so tempting. Does anybody else ever feel like that? So overall, I'm actually really impressed with how this stuff worked. To be totally honest, I was not expecting a lot of these methods to work just because I feel like the peel off factor of this nail polish could make it like so that you can't really do nail art, but it seemed to work every single time. I was really impressed. Obviously, it worked super well with dotting tools. I was really surprised that it worked so well with tape because I thought that, you know, once you applied that tape, then it would start to peel off the color once you peeled off that tape. But that didn't happen at all, and it's awesome for gradients because it's just basically a built-in liquid latex, and the same for any other nail art that you're really doing. If you get it all over your skin, it's really cool because you don't have to protect your skin, you can just peel that off. The only thing I didn't love about the gradients was that it did have that messy edge. I didn't try using acetone, which I don't know why I didn't try it. I probably should have, but I can try that out and let you guys know. If you have deeper nail beds than me, or if you just make sure to push it away from the part that you're going to be peeling off before it dries, then I think that gradient is going to work out perfectly. And I was really impressed with that gradient. I love the colors. But yeah, so I guess that's it. I will also let you guys know, a lot of you were asking me in my last video how long that polish lasted for, if it lasted in the shower and all that stuff. I find that when I wear the Little Undine polishes, they last for at least 3 days for me. They last through the shower super easily, and just all of my everyday activity that I'm doing, you know, working in an office, typing, all that jazz. I'm not allowed to say that anymore. But yeah, so it worked pretty well for me. After 3 days, I would notice that the edges might start to peel up a little bit, and that is the point where I usually get bored of my nail polish color anyway, so I will just switch it out. Overall, I mean, I think it's pretty long lasting for especially a peel off polish. I know that when I use peel off base coat, that only lasts me like a few hours at most. So I'm not a person who usually wears peel off base coat just because I feel like it never lasts, but I really love how the Little Undine polishes do last. I will say I wore it when I was out at the pool one day and I noticed that it did not last on there. It really softened the color up and then it started to peel up. I'm guessing just, you know, when you're submerged in water for like over an hour, that's probably gonna happen because it is a water-based nail polish, but other than that, I have found that it lasts a really long time for peel off stuff. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you have any other suggestions for anything that you want to see me try with this, if you want me to do a part 2 for different types of nail art, then definitely let me know in the comments below. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, definitely subscribe because, I don't know, I mean, don't you want to watch my vids? Yeah, I guess that's it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. I feel like I can't do any fun fact other than that I'm a Slytherin. You know what I mean? Because I'm wearing the shirt and I got the whole getup going. I'm all green today. If you guys are Harry Potter fans like me, then you already know what a Slytherin is. Basically, just for all you non-Harry Potter people, it's just one of the 4 houses that people are sorted into in the Harry Potter world. And there's this like official quiz online and it's made by the author of Harry Potter. So if you take that quiz, then it tells you what house you belong in, and I'm in Slytherin. And I'm not of the belief that just any random quiz online can determine what house you're in, because it's like, you know, you go on BuzzFeed and it's like, oh, which house are you in? Are you evil or are you smart? And like you can pick the answers that you know are going to be the house that you want, but on the official quiz, it's just random questions that, I don't know, somehow subconsciously relate to your house. So I trust that. And it turns out that I'm a Slytherin, and I am showing my Slytherin pride whenever possible. And yeah, so you guys should let me know in the comments what house you are in, because I'm actually pretty curious about what house the majority of my followers are in. Actually, you know what? Okay, so the cards up here, they have polls now. So I'm gonna put a poll up, and I hope this works, but I'm gonna put a poll up and I'm gonna ask which house you're in, and you guys should tell me which house you're in, and then I can see what the majority of you guys are in, because that'd be pretty cool. I'll tell you guys right now, I made Evan take it as well, and he's a Gryffindor, obviously, because he just is. But yeah, alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.